we'll talk about the marketing mix. Again, we must thank Mr. Philip Kotler for this. There are 4 P's that are there in marketing, which will always define your marketing strategy. Whenever you want to make a marketing strategy, for it to be a holistic strategy of marketing, of branding, you have these 4 P's. That's product, price, place, and promotion, right? Promotion, as we just said, would include digital marketing and social media marketing and other methods of promotion as well. But these are the 4 P's that would always define how a brand is perceived to a consumer. So the first one, product. Product is the very, very important feature of marketing because that's the core of your brand. If you don't have a product, how will a consumer identify you? It can be a physical product or service. It can even be a service. 30 minutes delivery for Domino's is a part of their product. Does that make sense to you? A product can be both the physical product itself or the services around it. If you go to the hotel, if you go to a restaurant and the restaurant gives you a nice table to sit at, some nice cutlery, that is a part of the restaurant's product. That's what the restaurant is offering you. So it can have tangible elements, it can have intangible elements, right from how the design is made, what features are there, the variety. So variety includes both the pack sizes in terms of whether it's a small size, medium size, large size, or however, as well as the number of variants. So example, we will take with Lay's. So for Lay's, the product would be whether it has a 10 rupees pack, 20 rupees pack, a buddy pack, a friendship pack. That is the variety as well as the different variants. So you would have the red colored pack, the blue colored pack, the green colored pack. All of them are the different variants. The quality, this is very important. The quality of a product is extremely critical to the product success. Because today, if I go to McDonald's and I have a bad burger, tomorrow I will not go back to McDonald's. I will go to a Burger King, I will go to a KFC, I will go eat pizza, I will go eat chaat. But I will not go back to McDonald's if I had a bad burger experience. Because the burger itself is very important. The burger is the product. If I pick up a pack of Lay's, right? Somebody said it's all air and very less chips. Very critical. That's product. That means the product is failing because they're giving you that feeling that there is only air and there is no particular food in it. So you will feel cheated and probably not buy it. And therefore, there is a very important aspect that we as brand managers look at, which is the fill rate. So when we actually do packaging of a product, we see how much is the fill and how much air are we giving. There is a certain amount of air that you would put in a packaging because it is needed from a shelf life perspective. Because if I have to give you 12 months shelf life or 9 months shelf life on a product, it needs that particular air and that fluff, right? But I also look at how much is the fill so that when you as a consumer open that pack, you don't feel cheated. That is very important. If you feel cheated, you will not buy that product again. So I will have spent all the money, and we'll talk about it later, in doing promotion and everything. And maybe you'll try and buy it once, but you will not buy it again. For you to buy my product a second, a third, a fourth time, the product has to be correct. Marketing is about getting your product right. Because if your product is right, your consumer will come back to you. You will get consumers who will bring more consumers to you. You guys have heard of referrals?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've heard of a lot of these apps, etc. also tell you refer somebody and get 50 rupees and all of that, right? On Google Pay, you refer somebody and you will get 100 rupees. The next one, pricing. So price is the value of the particular product that you want the consumer to pay. It's assumed that a higher price product would have a higher quality. It is also assumed that a higher price product will therefore be used by lesser number of people because lesser number of people will be able to afford it. For example, if I tell you that iPhone is priced at 65,000 rupees. We know it is the best product and it's most affordable, and there's nothing like it, and it's the best quality. But a lot of us will not be able to buy an iPhone even if we want to, because we will not be able to spend 65,000 rupees. And so we will find alternatives at 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 rupees, depending on our budgets, as somebody again rightly said. So pricing is a very, very tricky conversation. And as written over here, it's a double-edged sword, because it's very easy to say that I want to be a premium brand, but then the moment you are a premium brand, very few people will buy you. And it's very easy to say that I will be a mass brand, because when you're a mass brand, then again, how will you be a mass brand with good quality? And if you're a mass brand with good quality, will you be profitable? Something that you guys have to think about also is, when you are talking about pricing, if you are talking about pricing for consumers, but when you're also doing pricing, you are doing it to see how much profit will you make as a company or as a brand for yourself. So there are different pricing things that are needed to be done. So let's talk about shampoo. So let's talk about Pantene, for example, right? So Pantene is not a extremely massy brand. It's a fairly decent brand, which is known as a decent branded shampoo, right? Now, when we think about the pricing strategy of Pantene, now Pantene has different pack sizes. That's again a pricing strategy. Pricing strategy is also to be available at 1 rupee, 5 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. That is also pricing. So Pantene decides that we will have a sachet at 2 rupees or 3 rupees. We will have a small bottle at 60, 70 rupees. We will have a big bottle at 100 and 150 rupees. Then we will have a 1 liter bottle at 600, 700 rupees. This is pricing strategy, where I am deciding which product size I will give at what price. And at every price, how much value am I giving to the consumer? And some places I will give more value to the consumer and make less profit. Some places I will give value to the consumer and actually end up making more profit. So sometimes you will notice that brands, if you, and tomorrow when you go to the grocery store, please go and check this out, okay? Pick up the same brand ka shampoo, different sizes, and study the pricing. You will see that you probably get 10 or 15 ml at 2 rupees, and suddenly you will see, so if you get 15 ml at 2 rupees, how much is 1 ml for?
7.5.
1 rupee, you will have 7.5 ml.
Yes.
Right? So if I have to have a 75 ml bottle, how much should it be for? 100 rupees. You will see that 75 ml bottle is actually for 125 rupees. Now, and then, so if and then you will see if 7.5 ml is for 1 rupee, then 750 ml should be for how much? 1,000. You will see a 750 ml bottle is for 500-600 rupees. You as a consumer picked it up saying ki you want a big bottle, but you wanted a big bottle at 500 rupees, or you wanted a sachet at 2 rupees or whatever. You didn't realize that the brand at the back is deciding how much they are giving at every price and how much profit they are making at every price. That's how brands make profit. Brands decide how much value am I going to give at every price and do it. The third one, place. What is place? Place is, okay, I have the right product. I figured out the right price. Now I need to find out what is the right place to put it at and what is the right time to put it at. So it is deciding, do I go and launch in e-commerce? Do I put it in the grocery store? Do I put it in a modern trade store? Do I put it in a fancy supermarket, or do I put it in a chota sa kirana store? All of that. It also decides, and we will have less time to talk about it, but the amount of how much margin do I give a retailer versus an e-commerce partner, etc. The other thing that it talks placement would have is about, it's not just being physically present in an outlet, right? So let's go back first and talk about, again, let's go back to Pantene. So Pantene has different SKUs, right? So it has sachets, it has small bottles, it has big bottles, it has those very, very big bottles. Where all would I place where will I launch a sachet?
In smaller stores, general stores.
In general store.
Variety store.
In smaller
General
stores, in general stores, in variety stores, okay? Where would I put small bottles?
Same.
Convenience stores, like medical stores.
Sorry?
Again, general stores and convenience stores.
Okay. What about the large bottles?
The big one?
In marts, supermarkets.
In supermarkets or modern trade, right?
Yeah.
You guys are doing what you guys are figuring out right now is called place strategy. Also, you guys didn't mention it's also about deciding what would you do on e-commerce with the brand, right? Today it's no longer just physical stores, it's also e-commerce. You would decide, will you put it on a Nykaa, will you put it on a Myntra, will you put it on a Big Basket, will you put it on an Amazon, will you put it on a Flipkart? Again, it's a decision. Those are place decisions. The other decision that is there is also how you particularly place it in the store. For example, and Colgate does this really well. When you go to a store and you see a toothpaste section, you will see Colgate placed like this in a supermarket. They try to make a brand block, it's called. In this way, what they're trying to do is they're trying to tell you that Colgate is definitely in the store. I don't know about any other toothpaste. And Colgate has 10 or 15 SKUs, and these are all the 10 or 15 SKUs. Choose whichever 10 or 15 SKUs you want. This is also a part of placement strategy, that you would try to put all your products of the brand together. Placement is not just saying deciding that whether I will be in a small store or a big store or a general store or a kirana store or a convenience store or any store, but it is also to say when I'm present in a store, how will I be present? For example, sachets. How a sachet is present? They're always hanging from the top.
Yes.
So that it is visible at eye level and you will just pick up and tear and buy it. So that is also a part of placement strategy. It is which stores you want to be at and how you want to be present at those stores. And having said that, we move to the fourth strategy, which is called the promotion strategy. Promotion strategy ensures that how you will ensure a consumer thinks about you in their mind. So as a consumer, I have to first be aware, and this is my decision making, right? If I am a consumer, I need to know that, oh, there is a brand called Dairy Milk today. Yeah, so let's talk about chocolates. So it's first about having an awareness, then saying, okay, I feel like having chocolate, maybe, or I feel like having something sweet. I can have a mithai, I can have a cake, I can have some ice cream, or maybe I can even try a dairy milk. So I'm coming into the dairy milk comes into the consideration set. The third step is I will definitely buy and I will convert. And I will therefore become a dairy milk consumer. The fourth is I will buy dairy milk every 5 days or every week or every time I score good marks in the test, I will go and buy. So I become a loyalist. The sixth is I start telling everyone, hey, have you tried dairy milk का एक नया variant आया वो bubble वाला chocolate? It's really good. You must try it. So I suddenly start talking about the brand, or as we spoke about earlier, referring the brand, right? Referring is also called as advocating for the brand or advocacy. So what promotion really helps you do? Promotion helps in the first few stages, which is it helps you know that this brand is existing, right? And that's a major problem. Again, we said there are 5,000 SKUs in the outlet. When I walk into a store, I don't see 5,000 SKUs, right? I just see मुझे chocolate लेना है, मुझे chips लेना है, मुझे कुछ पीने का लेना है. 3 things I know, I just pick up 3 things and I walk out. There are hundreds of brands over there. There are thousands of SKUs over there. So the brand's first job is to make sure that it is in my awareness level that there is an option of that brand. And then there is some persuasion to purchase. A brand which has done it brilliantly, for example, is Too Yum. We all knew that Lay's is the best snack to have and it is the only snack to have. What did Too Yum do? Too Yum came and said, I am baked, not fried. I am healthy. I am the healthier version. I am promoted by Virat Kohli. Therefore, I am an extremely, even if you're diet conscious, you can have me. So suddenly everybody noticed that there is something called Too Yum. And then they gave, what was the persuasion to purchase? The persuasion to purchase was it's the healthier option. So when you're doing promotion, you're trying to create both awareness and persuasion to purchase, right? So in promotion, you always start with saying, what are the things that I can do to catch awareness? the catch and create a persuasion to purchase. But obviously it has to be related to the product itself. It cannot be random. It is again related to either, we spoke about this right in the beginning, either the functional benefits of the product, which is the product itself, or some emotional benefit saying ye khayenge to kuch ho jayega. Either way, you are giving some benefit to the consumer for that consumer to realize ki, हाँ, I want to try you.